Mother. Welcome to come. No, that's Ben Shapiro. No. I mean, they're equally. Well, I was gonna say equally racist, but I'm not sure that Ben Shapiro is racist. Ignorant, yes. Racist, I don't know. Shit. Good point. Good point. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if the options are that or extinction, yeah, unironically. Oh yeah, no, I like the Tau too. They're probably the galaxy's best bet for the continued survival of the majority of races and factions. Well, maybe not factions, but races. But the Tau are not the good guys either. They are very much on the exact same path that the Imperium were on. So that's arguably worse. Yeah, no, the sterilizations are of the other races. Yeah, imagine if Nazism was invented in India instead of Germany, and that's the Tau. Right? I'm telling you, man, that caste system, it's Hindu as shit. That might not be fair, but I assume the Indian caste system comes from Hinduism because of the whole like the way that reincarnation works and like the untouchable class. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah. I'm going to I'm gonna share the room when we get the chance. Uh, oh, that's for like putting your videos uh like videos that you make and stuff into that channel. I mean, you're here, so yeah. Where's the damn share button? Where'd it go? Oh, okay. It's just almost hidden. All right. There we go. Everyone file in. Also, East, if you ever feel the need to like cut an argument off in like the video, or while we're talking, I am not afraid to have you coughing, but it is ultimately your call. I really wish you were feeling better, man. Like it is unfortunate. Ah, understandable. He speaks. Was that the voice of God? No, if I wanted to sound like East, I would just say the hard R. So, while everyone is filing in, we have a new guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Lettuce? Do you do anything on the internet, or are you just kind of ah? Yeah, actually, that's probably a good transition. We're going to be covering a Warhammer video today, and I expect that we're all going to have a great time. There's going to be no controversy whatsoever, and we're all going to be very happy by the end of this. In 4 hours, I I I hate you. I hate you. You almost predicted the video. Can confirm. Oh, I just realized I forgot to change my name back. Oops. It's fine. Yeah, give me a minute. Okay. I have fixed it. I have fixed it. I fixed my name. Okay, well, how about we talk about Warhammer instead? What's everyone's experience with Warhammer 40k? Right. So I'm not sure that I can post that on on the video, but I can say that East is saying that he played the tabletop a lot in high school and have read one of the books. Yeah. Oh, the Custodes. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that most people, I mean, there would be some weirdos, but I don't, had they actually bothered to, explain it, and be like, hey, here's why it hasn't been mentioned in the last 40 years from an in-game perspective, instead of just saying, no, it's here, and if you don't like it, then don't buy it, instead of just pulling that, and they actually, like, added some lore about, like, how it's, like, a genetic rarity or something, then it's like, okay, sure. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, I love that comic with the fucking Zinch face. Several. S- Sisters of Battle, Sisters of Silence, probably some Slanesh cults. Because they're always complaining. They're miserable, and they want everyone else to be. Hey, hey, Black Templar, not Black Man. Don't you mean the Black Commanders? Hey, it's lore accurate. Sakhan is the blackest Asian you'll ever see. No, no, that's called an Indian. Oh. Not as much as the Chinese or the Koreans. Were. They don't do that anymore. There's some denialists. Don't get me wrong; those people still exist, but they're not normal. They would do it in a heartbeat, is the phrase, and the reason for that is because their population's declining. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the overwork-based deaths, called karoshi, I think it's called. Um, they actually did try and remedy that by implementing a 4-day work week to give 3-day weekends to families, and I believe the quote in from some politician when they were passing it was so that families could have a lot of time together to make a lot of babies. It's like, hey, we're killing two birds with one stone. Shinzo Abe, the prime minister that got assassinated, have babies? No. I like how Shinzo Abe was like, have babies anyway. I'm gonna retire, and then some fucking like weirdo was like, no, and shot him with a fucking 3D printed shotgun in a country where there's almost no gun violence. Like, what the fuck? You okay there, buddy? Um, Hamoud, I believe you're missing from the call. The watch together. Which one are you? Oh, you're Ralph? Oh, then that must be, Cap is missing. No, 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 no. Self-sacrifice is badass. Suicide is for stupids. Self-sacrifice. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the suicide hotline is only 3 digits now. They changed that a couple years ago. Like, please, if you need to call them, I'll put the number up on the screen just in case. Just in case one of the three people watching this is having suicidal thoughts. Yeah, if you're watching us, you don't have much to live for. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, seriously. Seriously though, like, if you need help, get help. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. on On that note, we're on too much of a side tangent. We need to get this fucking video started. All right, so yeah, for anyone that doesn't know the rules of Watch Together, all six of us have play pause privileges. Do not click on the screen because it will only temporarily pause it. So click on the little play pause in the corner. That is the most consistent way to keep it going. There are other ways, but if you click on something else, then it can like fuck up. So anyway, um, Cap, as the honored guest of the day, would you like to press play? Would you like to press the big red button? That's totally not gonna kill us all. Yeah, it's already paused. Hit play if you want. If you don't, I'll pull the pin on that grenade. Okay, not even a minute in. 41st millennium. Just wanted to throw that out there. You know, like the 40th millennium would be the 39,000s, not the 40,000s. Yeah, like how we are in the 21st century, despite it being 20 something. Yeah, exactly. Terrible argument. You got one fact, one minor detail wrong. You are stupid and unbased. Get hanged. Get no bitches. I curse you with no bitches. I thought you said augment at first, and I was like, no, don't say that about Calgar. Yeah, I'd like to point out that the that the this video is titled "The Problem with Warhammer 40K," and the thumbnail is anyone want to take a peek at that thumbnail? Hold on, I gotta go to the jewelry to get my gold plated wedding ring. Like, no, I get the reference, but someone. Yeah, he would. Although to be fair, to be more accurate, he would probably say Hebrew black magic because he thought that was a real thing. I am not kidding. That's based. Oh wait, yeah, let's bring that back. I want everyone to hear that. What did he just say? Anyway, yeah, let's bring that back because I want everyone to suffer what he just said. I mean, to be fair, Endymion is not a content creator worth watching, if you ask me. Well, he's also like very woke obsessed. Like he was the guy that I think he was the guy that kicked off the whole series jawline isn't exactly what I remember, therefore The Witcher is woke. And it's like I feel like we should wait for stronger evidence than that. Well, here's the thing: if you overlap the two models, they're really close. Like it's minor details that you wouldn't notice on their own. Without the two things being overlapped. That's what's changed. That and the lighting. That's why, like, the lighting in that trailer just confirms to me that realistic doesn't always mean better. Go for an art style. Art styles age better. Just look at Pack World 2. Like, that game still looks amazing. That's not what I said, and you know it. So, Um, yeah, that's not too far off the mark. Basically, there was some female game devs that slept with game journalists to get better reviews, and some people were like, "Hey, that's not cool." Yeah. And some people were like, "Hey, that's not cool. You shouldn't do that. There should be ethics in this field." And that was Gamergate. And then, I know. And then and then some people used Gamergate as a front to harass women, which just gave. Yeah, sure. We've the, can't canceled under many words. Yeah, he's trying to paint. Yeah, exactly. Well, a buzzword from 20 or from 10 years ago, no less. Nobody unironically talks about Gamergate anymore unless they're talking about the past. Yeah, he's gone a little crazy over the years. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he still makes some good videos every now and then, but overall, it's just he's not the man of reason that he used to be. Uh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Wait, he did what? Ah, I feel like I missed that. The thing is, I think I saw that video, but I don't remember enough of it, and he's deleted all of his content from before 2020, so yeah. Yeah, if I remember. Oh, go on. Yeah, we're talking about gamer gators. I mean, it is tangential though, so maybe we should circle back because we do have. We're not even a minute in. Oh my god, there's 22 more of this. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard from some Warhammer fans that too many people play Custodes because they were busted as shit in the previous edition. So, so they're easy to get and they're overpowered. Damn, that's yeah. So everyone's gonna play that. Like that. That is insane. Yeah, and they called a lot of the fans sexist too. That is wow. So it's not even Games Workshop's fault. It's Amazon's. Well, well, sure, yeah, yeah, but mhm. Mhm. They would probably only be able to cancel the secret level episode and the Cavill show, but that would still be a pretty big hit to their marketing. Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Even, but expanding the audience is gonna hurt what makes it it. Yeah, like wouldn't the smart thing be to just lower the price of their models by like $1 or two so that they can reach a wider audience? Because let's be honest, if you do that, then more people can afford more of these things. Silence Inquisitor. Mm. I like the video games. Mm-hmm. You like video games or animations? Well, we've got plenty of the first, and we're working on more of the latter. Like I don't think I would have cared about Warhammer if it wasn't for a handful of memes and the Space Marine games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be sick as shit, dude. Mm-hmm. By the hammer and the empire, I abjure thee! Yeah, like, it's well edited, but, maybe you should have put that effort into your fucking script. Yeah, like... Yeah, this video accurately addresses like five, maybe 100 people. Like, yeah, exactly. Hmm. Yeah, or it's like this one woman or like a handful of women have like the tenacity, or this one woman showed how damn good and loyal she was, and so as like a test of faith and a reward for her skill, they put her through the mutations, and she survived and is now one of the custodians. Like anything, like you could half-ass it and it would still work, but they did nothing. They just said, no, it's always been there. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you sexist? Do you hate women? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Just realistically, yes. Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, if you look at it from a sci-fi or a realistic perspective, it checks out. Because men simply have more testosterone. That's going to create more, like stronger ligaments, denser bones, more muscle growth, and yeah, and it's going to make you like a more aggressive. Now, women can be very effective with shooting. In fact, in Olympic level shooting, women are actually better than men. The issue is, in wartime, you have to do a lot more than just shoot. And you have to have the mentality, you have to have the physicality to lift and carry all that heavy equipment, the and the, let's be honest, biological disposability that men have. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, same. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like nobody's against the idea, it's the implementation. Which one? Inquisitor Greyfax or Saint Celestine? Yeah, yeah. And I guarantee you it's not going to be the last time that we're going to have to bring it up. I mean, I am a professional sex haver, I'll have you know. I walked right into that one. I walked in the door, sat down, spread my legs, and the joke fucked me. Like that's how much of a whore I am. It's because you're gay. That's why. Warhammer 40 gay? Hold on. That can't be what he said. Hold on. Okay, real quick. So let's here. Oh my god! Like I'm serious when I ask this. Yes, there are obviously absurd elements of Warhammer, but where is the parody? Like because like separating absurdism from parody, like who or what is Warhammer making fun of? Yeah, it's just taking every idea that humans have come up with, smushing them together, and taking it to about the most extreme thing, like degree that you can take it to without like making yourself illegal. Say it again. Yeah, but like I wouldn't say that like I mean, well, sure, but that's like that's not a parody of fascism. That's just a parody of, if a parody at all, of religious fundamentalism and racism. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what it still is. Well, everyone, the Tyranids, orcs, everyone. T Pain, stop. Yeah, I do it. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Dude, the concept of Necrons is so cool. Every time I describe them to someone else, I end up just calling them undead robots. And then I have to explain what that even means, and then they go, "That sounds really cool." Yeah. Ironically, the game about everyone killing each other in the grim darkness unites a bunch of people. Yeah. Yeah, it's tenuous, really. Man, that Hitler guy sounds really based. Yeah. So, okay, so what he's saying is that one side is arguing that Space Marine 2 celebrates fascism, and the other side is saying you're being silly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Zine stuff towards the end of Space Marine 2, actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. The main villain faction is literally called Chaos. Like, he's one of four motherfuckers. Yeah, you either make the characters commit or you make them like gray, but the game is way too big to make everyone gray. So you make them commit, and for the most part it works. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh, absolutely, dude. There's a lot of that in Space Marine and Pariah Nexus. Like, dude, the famous meme scene from Space Marine is when the dreadnought kills that hell brute, just like ass blasting his organs all over the fucking wall, and then he turns to you and goes, "Where are the traitors?" Like you can like hear the voice actor shaking inside the fucking coffin. And they are everywhere, honored brother. Join us, and you may sate your rage and aid our cause. Lead me to the slaughter! And then he throws a rock at a fucking dragon and makes it explode while saying, "In the name of the Emperor, I cast you down." Right? It's so fucking cool! Dude, I love it. He sees a Helldrake perch and get ready, and he says, "That abomination is mine! In the name of the Emperor, I cast you down!" And he blows it the fuck up by throwing a rock at its face. Yeah, exactly. It's like you gotta commit to something like that, you know? It has a multi. Actually, it has two multiplayer modes, but yeah, the story mode is single player. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of seriousness, a lot of goofiness. Same thing with Helldivers. Yeah, well, hell, Starship Troopers, the movie, it's goofy as fuck, but it still tells a good story. I mean, well, not in the way that it thinks it does, but you know, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, most of them are Twitter addicted snobs. Yeah, because they won't be there to feed each other. Like, I mean, they is correct, by the way. Well, I'd like to point out two things. One, while he's saying, Warhammer might be turning into a celebration of fascism, while he's showing off Space Marines fighting the Tyranids. Maybe not the best visual for that, but then it's like, but in order to talk about this, we have to talk about something that's almost entirely unrelated. Yeah. Grim. Yeah. Yeah. Of extermination, actually. Like, the thing is, like, the Necrons, they see everyone else as cockroaches and want to kill them all. The Tyranids, they want to eat everyone. The Orcs, literally bred for war and can only think about war. Um, the fucking yeah, the Tau only showed up in the last 6,000 years, maybe. Like their civilization is 6,000 years old, and everyone else has been at war for 10,000 years minimum, by the way. And then there's also like all the literal space demons, and we're not even covering all the factions by saying that. So yeah, when literally every encounter with a foreign entity has led to the extermination of thousands on a good day. Yeah, you're kind of gonna get a little xenophobic. Like xenophobia might be a good thing in that situation. Oh yeah. Hmm. Race on cum? Wow, that's novel. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's why a lot of black people, act like ignorant fools. It's because like they've been surrounded by, by poverty and roughness, and it's why a lot of like Klansmen are racist against black people because they only see the shit in the news, or they also grew up in poor neighborhoods and also saw all that terribleness, and they were like, maybe this racist group has a point. Like I think they're wrong, but that's because I've lived a let's be honest, a safe and healthy life. Most of these people haven't. That's why they act so ignorant. It's basically a survival mechanism without the necessity for survival. That's kind of that's kind of the maybe the downside to society. I would say that a good problem to have is that survival mechanisms actually cause problems as opposed to solving them. That's a good issue to have, if you ask me. Because it's better than getting eaten by giant cats and starving in the winter, if you ask me. But yeah, no, that's actually a really good analogy. No, he's doing an ad. I would skip it, but well, here's the thing. I don't remember how long the ad is. Ads can also be funny, and also the name. The name of the ad is so funny that I need East of all people to see it. It's basically Aura. It's another like delete my information off of the internet app. But it's just so funny that after all the shit that we've said, all of us are probably thinking these exact words. East, you got a comment on this? uh, yeah, it's kind of almost exactly what I was expecting you to say. Wow. Jesus. That's to be fair, this might actually be a decent service. I haven't used it, so I don't know. Which means that the this might actually be the best part of the video. Yeah. I mean, this assumes that they're actually deleting the data and not, holding on to it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Hopefully they don't do that, but I'd like to clarify that he is correct, but we're talking about the novel. The movie came out about a decade after Warhammer Tabletop had started. Also, the movie is not an accurate portrayal of the book. Let's just be fucking real. Like, I love that movie, but the book is infinitely better. Like, it's not even fucking close. Like, it is comedic how much worse the movie is. I didn't do fucking shit. I mean, to be fair, in Warhammer it's called Terra, so Tyranids. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, yeah. At that point, it's like, oh, snack time. Oh, so he does mention the book. Okay. Hmm. What discourse do you think he's talking about? I know, I know. No, because the thing is, the movie actively tries to tell you that the bugs are the good guys and that the Terran Federation are the bad guys. But the thing is, if you actually follow the chronology and not the editing, you realize that the bugs are the bad guys. Oh yeah, with the way that like with the way that the would you like to know more segments are painted, like they're painted like propaganda, even though they're ironically telling the truth. Actually, that's but yeah, they even get Neil Patrick Harris to dress up in something that looks like a Schutzstaffel outfit, and it's like, see, look, they love the army. They're such bad guys, but it's like, but but this isn't a militaristic society. It actively disincentivizes you from joining the military by reinforcing how difficult it is. Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's mm-hmm. And the thing is, a fascist society would never fucking tell you that it's about personal responsibility. They would tell you to put your faith in the state. As Mussolini himself said when he was formulating the ideas, nothing above the state, nothing against the state, nothing outside the state. Like, Mussolini himself described it as the merging of corporate and governmental powers. Like, that's not Starship Troopers, because, Rico's family, in both the movie and the book, have a private business. That cannot exist in a fascist society, and they're actively criticizing the government. And they even televise criticism of the government in the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Starship Troopers is a remarkably effective society. T Pain, have you seen this video before? Okay. No. It's not jingoistic. So he just described the book as jingoistic, which is not correct. Okay, so jingoism is the idea that your country is better than every other country in every other way, and that often leads to militarized nationalism. So, like, like actual fascist states, like, Imperial Japan and Nazi Germany, those were like straight up jingoist ideas. Manifest Destiny America was jingoist. Things like that. Starship Troopers is not jingoist. In fact, it's actively anti-interventionist. It was it was written by a veteran about his military experience. Also, I don't know how true this is, but I saw this in Arch's video about this. Yeah, that guy we covered back in like the first year of Come. He actually made a really good response to this. I would recommend that you guys check that out. And he brought up that Heinlein wrote the book in response to the movement trying to denuclearize the arsenal because he wanted people to be prepared in the event that a war happens because it doesn't matter how good most of the people in it are, there are bad people in it that want to destroy us. Uh, I don't know how true that is, but I'm definitely willing to believe it. Hmm. I mean, the Soviets also idolized the military and the North Koreans. I wouldn't exactly call them right wing. Oh no, they were. But they don't idolize the military anymore. To be fair, if they had an actual Godzilla, I don't think anybody could stop them. Yeah. um, Not necessarily, but well, here's the thing. If we look at the trends in Western nations, more often than not, people that hate the military do fall on the left wing of things. But there are right wingers that hate the military, like the Westboro Baptist Church. They would actively actually go to military funerals and protest the wars at the funerals. Yeah, yeah, no, it's like, guys, right cause, just don't do it there while they're burying the bodies, please. Let's. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, yeah, some are, yeah. Yeah. It's the family business at that point. Yeah. Yeah. So I would like to give the guy credit. He is correct that Starship Troopers is not fascist, but like he's still misidentifying it. Not jingoistic, but 1950s right wing's probably not inaccurate. It's a good book. Everyone should read it. Okay, I don't like the very deliberate mischaracterization of Heinlein. Uh, I've I've encountered a few. Well, to be fair, people born during the baby boom in East Europe were kind of forced to be communist. No, I'm just saying, you know, remember what Rogar said about, you know, having a rough upbringing? It kind of makes you an asshole. I didn't say you did it. I said they did it. I'm not disagreeing with you, Hamoud. I'm just, you know, trying to throw them a bone, trying to be a little fair. Fucking gypsies. we I already we already went over how this isn't fascist. We didn't even go into full detail, so let's just yeah, I agree. But, like, no, see, this is proof to me that most people don't know what fascism, like, Starship Troopers, like, people's understanding of it is like proof fucking positive that nobody actually knows what fascism is. They just see big army, confidence, and gray uniforms. Like, they think fascism is aesthetic rather than political belief. Yeah, it is a belief system. It's almost religious in how much reliance it puts on the state and the military. Yeah, yeah. Which, by the way, I'd like to point out, uh, people are so obsessed with the aesthetics of fascism rather than the actual meaning of it that back when PewDiePie was getting called a Nazi, he put on a British officer uniform from World War II to make fun of those people, and then he was like just watched some Hitler videos and said, "Yes, I understand every word that this." You know, he made fun of those people by like pretending to be a Nazi while wearing a British World War II uniform, and people thought that that was proof. But it's like, buddy, he's wearing the uniform of the people that fought the Nazis. It's like, look, he's wearing a Nazi uniform. You're fucking stupid. It was no, like, Hugo Boss just took the common military aesthetic at the time and made it look even better. Yeah, pretty much. I thought you said you didn't want to talk much. Yeah. Yeah, while you go find that, we will continue the video for brevity's sake. Yeah, because being a child while watching someone else do something means that you understand everything that that other person did. Verhoeven doesn't know fuck all about fascism. He's an idiot. Well, you would think so, but the thing is, he describes Starship Troopers as a parody of fascism. But as we've been over, there is nothing fascist about the Terran Federation. He doesn't know what fascism is. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm puzzled that a guy that experienced it so intimately doesn't know what the word is. Like, yeah, which is oh yeah, no, like absolutely. But the thing is, like, you're kind of just reinforcing my point that I think he's a bit of an idiot. A little that's immature at best, and outright malicious at worst. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to delegitimize his time being, with like a Nazi boot on his neck. I don't want to delegitimize that. I just, I think he doesn't understand the words that he's using. Yes, or qualify. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, pretty much. Actually, yeah. Although I will say, you're very much correct, but it also further reinforces my point that he's an idiot because he read the first two chapters of Starship Troopers and then got bored and told someone else to do it for him. But the thing is, like, the first. What do you mean, my man? The first chapter is, like, action packed as fuck. What do you mean, bored? Like, the first chapter is action packed as fuck, and the second chapter is, like, explaining some of the philosophy behind it. It's like, how do you find that boring? How do you get bored that early into the book? And then he goes, someone else do it, and then someone else wrote the movie for him, and then he directed it. Yeah, I mean, fair is fair. Like, I love the movie, but like, if Verhoeven's a moron, like, separate the art from the artist and all that. RoboCop, right? Yeah. Dope as fuck. His skill died, not his body. shuriken? Oh my god. You know, okay, it's funny that you say that because there actually were in the Iga Ninja Museum there is an example of a shuriken shaped after a manji. So yeah, so you can throw a literal fucking swastika at a dude and poke his eye out. Sigairu! Nani? Da! Mega! 私はナチです。I thought you were all disgusted by the fact that Game of Thrones Euron was on screen, but yeah, that's worthy of contempt too. Dave Grayson. No, this is Aaron. This is Aaron, like Aaron Dave Joy, like. Starring Dave and Dave and Dave. Everyone's just Dave. Want to watch an army of Daves get set on fire by a big Dave? Being ridden by a beautiful Dave? A song of Dave and Dave. Now it's Gabe? Did you really? That's... Oh, man. Man, this really is Warhammer 40 gay. Because it is. Okay, oh, a pointless war. Okay, even if we take... Yeah, even if we take the movie's word for it, like... like, gaining resources and getting a new slave race, that's not for nothing. Like, that's just a bad call. But the thing is, that's not what the war is about. Because, like, as I said earlier, if you follow the chronology, not the editing of the movie, because that beginning of the movie, that's on the attack on Clondathu, which happens in the middle of the movie. The actual chronological start of the movie is the school scene. Which means that the first thing that happens is Ratchik telling everyone about, like, military history. And then, later, the Mormon colonists get murdered by the bugs eat their brains, find out where, where humanity lives, and then, according to Verhoeven, they launched that rock at Earth, and they were, according to both the movie and the book, they were aiming for Geneva. The ship intercepted it, and it bounced off, and it hit Buenos Aires, killing millions of people, meaning that the bugs encountered humans, and their response wasn't, whoa, hold on, what's going on here? Hey, humans, I thought you said this was ours. You know, instead of trying to communicate, they murdered everyone on sight, and then tried to nuke the fucking homeworld. The bugs are the bad guys! Nope, the ship notices a gravitational anomaly. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. They tortured a genocidal maniac. Oh, boo-hoo. I feel so bad for Ted Bundy getting flayed alive. Yeah. Okay, T-Pain. T-Pain, I'm gonna ask you to stop predicting the fucking video. Yeah. Um, Good question. The movie never answers that, but we do know that there was a gravitational anomaly, and the bugs need both the bugs and humans need to travel in some way. So, doing a bit of theory crafting. Hmm? Yeah, they can launch that plasma from the surface of a rock out into the atmosphere, like into high orbit, with enough force to blow up a ship on contact. Like it's crazy. Yeah. Now, if we're talking like, yeah, like if we're talking like realistically, yes. But the thing is, no, it's not thousands of kilometers. It's millions of light years. And while you are correct, yes, that is a scientific impossibility. The bugs are on multiple planets. Like they actually own a sizable chunk of the galaxy, which already tells you that they're spacefaring. And humanity also has to travel from one end of the galaxy to another in order to, get to where the bugs are launching the rocks from. Um, so we can theorize that either Paul Verhoeven, again, is an idiot and never thought of that, or they use some sort of gravitational warp technology because the rock did come out of nowhere. Because had that rock just been floating through space, that ship would have noticed it and blown it away. But it literally comes out of nowhere and almost kills everyone on the ship. So it literally teleported into existence, which means that the bugs have access to some sort of gravitational like wormhole technology or something, which doesn't gel with the way that they're designed. But I don't want to talk about PETA. Nope, this is Planet P. Planet P is a different planet than Clendathu. I think it's in a different solar system, but it might be the same one. I don't remember. I do too. Liquid sulfur. Well, you say where is the heroic act and cinematic last stand? Well, I mean you're looking at it. Shoot spending that much ammo to try and save yourself and your comrades. That's heroic. Like, and also the point of a last stand is that you're probably gonna die there. Like something like that. Yeah. Yeah, especially since most of these guys are veterans and have seen what the bugs can do. Like that is some disturbing shit that the bugs can do. Like Oh yeah, even the little ones. Well, yeah, because like I said earlier, the bugs threw a rock at the capital of Earth because some Mormons defied Earth law. That's what happened. Yeah, the Mormons that the bugs killed, it's said in the movie, that the Mormon colonists were told, "Hey, don't go into bug space. It's dangerous. It's quarantined." They went there anyway, and they were slaughtered to a man, every man, woman, and child by the bugs. The bugs ate their brains and then threw a rock. Like, they ate their brains to find out where Earth is and threw a fucking rock at the capital of Earth. It was only thanks to the fact that that ship happened to be there when it teleported in that it veered off course and hit Buenos Aires. Mm-hmm. No, because here's the thing. Each of these bugs, like, it's not explicitly stated in the movie, but it's pretty heavily implied. Each of these bugs are not individuals. They are all controlled by a brain bug. So, like, each of these bugs is like one of many thousands of chess pieces being moved across a board. What matters is not the individual pieces. What matters is the king, which is the brain bug. Yes. Yeah, yeah, the bugs are the evil ones. They are incapable of empathy because there is no individualism except for maybe among the brain bugs. Yeah, also that's a good question. What does this have to do with Warhammer? What does this have to do with Warhammer being racist? Well, see, here's the thing. Most audience goers actually think that. Yeah. That's why I'm fighting so hard against this. Yeah, that's why I said earlier, people don't know what fascism is. They see aesthetics and think, "Oh, that must be fascism." Fascism is when cool coat. Fascism is when big army. Also, like, again, Warhammer is fascist. So let's talk about Starship Troopers. Like, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Greek myths, they were just as much a warning about the fickle nature of the gods, because the gods are just humanoid manifestations of forces of nature. They weren't just to be celebrated; they were to be appeased. Hmm. Poseidon. Hmm. It's a way to like reconcile pattern recognition with a lack of information while also trying to like keep society stable and happy and safe. Yeah, Hades doesn't get pissed. He just gets rapishly horny. Yeah, but like at least yeah, I mean to be fair, at least Hades only did it once and then he married the bitch after. Yeah, and some say that it was consensual actually. Like it depends on who's telling it. I mean, to be fair, are you telling me that you wouldn't read a comic book based on the Greek gods like that? No, that's a novel series, not a comic book series. I mean, you're kind of right, actually. Ugh. Well, he said Putin like very like he said Putin earlier, so I think he's like Polish or Ukrainian or something like East European. Yeah, no, like I see the connection, even though like the Iraq War happened a decade after this came out. You know what? Actually, maybe. Oh God! Isn't that a fuck you? Like, it took the war like one of the least meaningful wars in American history, if not world history, to make people appreciate an actually decent movie. Damn, that sucks. Well, but here's the thing: like, the enemies that we were looking for were in Iraq, or not Iraq. They were in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and Bush used that pretense to invade Iraq when none of them were in Iraq. Well, I meant like I don't mean like, oh, this helped someone, therefore it had a point. No, I mean like in like the broader scale of the majority of the people involved, it was pretty meaningless. Like at least with most wars, like one side is being invaded and it's like, oh, we're defending our homes, and the other side, it's like, oh, well, you're threatening our country, or we're going to get revenge for this past crime that you did, or it's like our differences are irreconcilable, like, or even just like resources because like times are tough. You know. Well, I mean, to be fair, that was a good chunk of medieval wars, which is why I threw that in there. Yeah, my god says that I'm supposed to be the leader, so your shit's mine now. Like there was at least a justification to it. Like meanwhile, with the Iraq War, it was just Bush being a warmonger. That's all it was. I mean, people say oil, and it's like, yeah, there was a lot of oil, but we didn't really like capture and export a lot of that. I mean, we did obviously, but we didn't like not enough to like justify it. You know what? I'll have to look into that, but that actually sounds like that could be the case. Yeah, I believe it. Okay. Yeah. Shut up, BP. Like realistically, well, yeah, realistically, yes, but then you also have to ask how did humanity get from, here to here, you know? So it's like and the bugs are also on multiple planets. So the implication is that the bugs have a way to, harness the same like like gravitational anomaly technology or whatever to be able to, throw the rocks across. Because Verhoeven himself confirmed that yes, it was a Clandathu rock. Maybe. Could be. Well, I mean, to be fair to the average audience goer, the training grounds on Earth, Clandathu and Planet P are all filmed in the same location. So, yeah, I know. So it's like, how the fuck are we supposed to tell the difference if, like, without being a nerd about it? Yeah, yeah. They just built different sets, or in the case of the Clandathu battle, they just didn't build a set. uh, um, as much as I like that theory because that is in expanded movie universe lore, that's not the case because it's the same bugs throughout the entire movie. Yes, because it is the exact same bug models, both practical and CG on both planets. Well, that's because they're both like there's a lot of planets out there, and they're both just not water heavy. It could also be that they just happen to land in the driest part of the planet on in both instances. Mm, no, actually, I initially viewed it with the same lens as everyone else, but then I watched Sargon's Starship Troopers video, which was actually really good, and then I read the book and I realized, oh yeah. Also rewatched the movie and then I realized, oh yeah, the movie does not tell the story that it thinks it does. Yeah. Oh yeah, rewatch the movie. It's fucking awesome, and definitely read the book. It's a really good book. In fact, actually, there's more room for the false setup of the war interpretation in the book because the book actually gives you less information about the war itself than the movie does. But the thing is, like, you gotta wonder why the bugs responded the way they did in either case. Like, it's probably not a setup. The bugs are the bad guys, more than likely. Um, yeah, but the thing is, Clandathu has an asteroid belt around it, and also I would hazard a guess that after they set up the lasers to destroy the asteroids that keep coming towards Earth, that they would like collect samples of those rocks and compare it to the ones that they probably studied near Clandathu, and they were like, oh, these are the exact same rocks. What did you do? You're on your phone so that you can what? Ah. Mm. East, stop being 40 and gay. They do, by the way. That's why the lasers got set up at in the beginning reel. Because they set up guns to destroy the asteroids. With only half of the knowledge of the movie. Well, not even half of the knowledge of the movie, maybe. Yeah. I think most people would benefit from a rewatch of the movie, even without like being told to look at it from a different lens, because it's just a fun movie. You see, it's funny that you say that because we don't. By the end, they capture a brain bug, which confirms that not only are the bugs, thinking intelligent machines, meaning that we can actually like, restructure and like run like counterintelligence and all that stuff, but it also confirms that they feel fear, which means that we are capable of winning this war. That doesn't like even under the premise of like the humans started the war for more territory, like even under that premise, that's still a victory. Then how are they on multiple? Planet P. Well, see, that's the thing. Uh, with the way that they're designed in the movie, they reasonably shouldn't be able to, but the fact that they're on multiple planets kind of confirms that, so... No, it's not. It is all the same species. No, we do, because it is literally the exact same animal. They behave the same way. They're the same size. They, like... Yeah. Also, actually, well, hold on. We could do some theory crafting because the bugs are all like the same species, but like the plasma bugs, worker bugs, warrior bugs, and aerial and brain bugs are all drastically different in design, and they do have those like ridiculous plasma cannons from the plasma bugs. So maybe they're capable of such virulent mutation that that allows them to harness like warp technology without any technology. Yeah, but if ants could access literal fucking wormholes by not needing to breathe. Mm-hmm. The little fucking velociraptor looking assholes. There's the grimdark. Yes, that's one of the problems it has. Or the movie, I mean. The book explains everything, actually. Yeah. Well, it doesn't explain like how, like the mechanism of the travel itself, but it explains how the bugs are able to harness it. They build spaceships. They have hands in the book. Kind of. They're described as if a madman drew a spider and had hands. So like imagine like a combination between like the weird bug man from Star Wars The Phantom Menace and the bugs from Starship Troopers, but they've got like Lucas the spider ass faces. Only warrior brain worker and possibly queen. I don't think the queen is ever confirmed. Oh yeah, they build like laser guns and spaceships and shit. Hmm. Yeah, they could have, but they didn't because, like I said, Verhoeven's a fucking idiot. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's again. That's why I've been maintaining for the past couple years. Start like as much as I love Starship Troopers, I don't call it a good movie. I call it a decent movie because it has some like glaring fucking issues. It might even be bad if we set aside how much fun we're having. You just give him hands, like just yeah. That would tell the story that the movie thinks it's telling. I mean, of course, that would leave you wondering how these two species evolved so similarly, but you know that's like that is such a minuscule problem compared to the one that it already has. uh, no, actually, that's also not true because the Terran Federation is volunteer basis only. No, they're young, yeah, but they're not like children. Like these are like I bet. Well, yeah, one of them definitely looks like really young, the one at the front there, but like the rest of them look like that 16 to 18 range. But the thing is, like, that's not unusual for armies. 18 for you to sign up for yourself, but you can be signed up with your parents' permission if you are 17 and I think 16. I could be wrong about 16. Yeah, because like they recruit at the age where you still have like where you're still durable and pliable and also are at your most like testosterone full or filled. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because like those are the best people to put out on the front line of a hellscape because they're gonna be the ones that are most likely to fight back. Testosterone? Just inject testosterone into his veins? Like what? Just be manlier. Have no flu. Like, did you watch the movie? Yeah. Yeah, like they suck their brains out, and like I was just thinking about the scene where the one guy gets like his leg ripped off, and then the bug grabs him and throws him to his friends, and they eat him alive. Like they do that to a couple people in the movie. Like Maybe wait till after the battle? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but in like the same way that humans are, like you could make an argument that like all of our advanced technology is like an extension of nature because of the ever present need for more comfort, for more ease and more resources. You could make that argument, and I honestly I would. I guess that's fine. We'll just have to watch the movie at some point, which I'm not against. I really like that movie. Wait, you haven't? We're watching Starship Troopers at some point. You know what? If I'm free tomorrow, I might just do a Starship Troopers watch party on Saturday. Maybe. I'll have to see how everyone's feeling. Here's the thing. The last two games our party did have were like fucking phenomenal games. Like that's like the weird part. Maybe we just realized that we peaked. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe we can do D&D tomorrow. Maybe we could do a Starship Troopers thing. I will ask before I commit. Oh, go ahead. Okay. Let me ask real quick, East. What did you say about double featuring it? You know what? I haven't seen that, so I might do that. It's so good that nobody's ever heard of it. Why would I have to cover my eyes? I'm less sensorious than you. I have a stronger stomach than you. What the fuck? Peak fire, bro. I don't have vaginas on my feet because I don't have feet. No, look at my profile pic. That is all of me. Just like how you're a, like, fucking methed out white guy flying through the air like a bird. And only the upper half of a Turk. It's like, the image isn't cut off, that's all of you. The bugs murdered a bunch of Mormons. It's like, but the Mormons landed on their territory. Yeah, and they killed all of them instead of, like, being like, hey, get the fuck off my planet or we'll kill you. Well, but if they went for food, why didn't they eat the bodies? No. They're just murder monsters. Yep. Oh, wait, do you mean the Federation or the bugs? Well, the bugs don't have hands, and they don't want to understand. While the Federation, they're actually working on that at the end of the movie when they stick that thing inside the brain bug's mouth. Like, it's not specified, this is a language translation device, but it's like, that, like, you're kind of, it's kind of implied that they're trying to figure out how the bugs work so that they can, communicate with them and get all the information out of them. They don't make it to Earth. They throw rocks at Earth, and it's not clear exactly how they do that, but given the pieces that they do give us, it's implied that they're able to harness the gravity, like, wormhole shit somehow. Probably something to do with the plasma. Either that, or they just like hit the plasma, like throw the plasma off of the planet and hit the rocks, and then that somehow gets it to Earth within days, despite it being light years away. Which I think that's what canonically happens, but that's like Verhoeven. That's not how space works. I'd be willing to see it that way, but the thing is that doesn't exonerate the bugs. Like, that was like a very calculated move. No, but it is a victory. They managed to get, like, intelligence out of an enemy with significantly less casualties than the previous operation, which yielded no results. Like, they won a battle. They succeeded in an operation. Like, that's a victory. They didn't win the war, but he might share something in common with Paul Verhoeven, the director of the movie. What? The guy I've been talking about the whole time? No, they didn't. They They grabbed a supercomputer! Like... Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Clandathu and Planet P are two separate operations, and they acknowledged that Clandathu was a failure by saying, hey, here's how many people died, we're not attacking it anymore, and the guy that was in charge of this is stepping down. And they replaced him with someone else who said, hey, by the way, the bugs are probably a strategic enemy, we need to attack this strategically. They attack a different planet, find a brain bug, and yeah, still a lot of casualties, but they succeeded. They got a brain bug. We've been over this, man. I mean, I'm not gonna blame you because, like, it's like E said, the entire movie was shot within the same 3 miles. Yeah. No, Afghanistan isn't this spiky. Also, I think Afghanistan actually has shrubbery. This place doesn't. Maybe. Okay, so like let's imagine you capture like imagine you're one of the Germans who captured the first Mark IV, and then like you know you're on the outside of it, and then you hear like the engine sputter, like yeah, like you might be like, whoa, hold on, like you still won, you captured the fucking tank, but like you're still gonna be on edge because it's like you don't know how it works. You don't know if the guy inside or if the guys inside the tank like rigged it to explode or some shit. You don't know that. So of course you're gonna be afraid of it. Also, look at that thing. It's a big fucking bug potato. Like, that's scary. It's like, oh, they grabbed the thing that they wanted to grab the whole time. I mean, they got literally what they wanted, but they're a little bit scared, so that doesn't count as a victory. What the fuck are you saying? Yeah. Yeah, like even e- yeah, and like even if we do accept the the Terran Federation or the bad guys' view of it, they like them being afraid of the bug they just captured. They still got what they wanted. Like this is still a victory. Like what? Oh, like imagine, imagine, imagine not only being like the Terran Federation or the bad guys, but being so sympathetic towards the literal murder bugs that you go, see, look, they're afraid, therefore they lost. It's like, yo, bro, you're not a Russian like military bot. You are a person. Pay the fuck attention. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Fuck, I just remembered. By the way, yes, there is another scene in which there's a heroic last stand. This guy holds on to, like, after being wounded by one of the bugs when they're grabbing the brain bug, and they're they're getting all of their wounded out of there. There was one guy that was so wounded that all he could do was slow them down. So he activates the nuclear warhead and lays down on top of it, and he just starts shooting the bugs, screaming at them, "Come on! You want some? You want some? Come and get me!" And then it blows up, killing all the bugs inside the cave. So, yeah, there are heroic cinematic last stands in this movie. Like, even excluding the scene that he showed us, saying that there are no heroic last stands, despite it being a heroic last stand. Like, this guy did not watch the movie. Honestly, everything that he has said could be told to you by someone else. And that would explain the severe gaps in knowledge of the movie. Also, every single time that he has shown a clip here, there's been the little Sony logo in the corner. Well, except for this one, but like when we were watching the bug fight scene, there was the Sony logo in the corner, meaning that he downloaded, uh, meaning that he no, he didn't even download the damn video because then the watermark wouldn't be there. Like that was a YouTube channel watermark, meaning that he screen recorded a YouTube clip. Oh, well, see, here's the thing. If you can screen record it, then why not go with the million options to, get the full movie? Or, download the video from, like, a YouTube video downloader site so that you can have that without the watermark there. It makes your video more presentable. I mean, yeah, I am nitpicking, but the thing is, like, that nitpick points to a a potential like meta that could very much explain why he doesn't understand the movie, which would be that he didn't watch it. Now, I don't want to be like bad faith and just assume he didn't watch the movie. Like I said that like half jokingly, but now that I'm thinking about it, he might not have. I hope he did, and well, I hope he did, and that he's just stupid. But like, because that would be less malicious than just outright lying about the movie. Right? My problem with the movie I might not have watched. What do you mean end of the campaign? Like, like the war is still going on after. Like, do you mean the Planet P campaign? Because like the military campaign against the bugs is still going. Like we see that at the end of the movie. Also, it wasn't really a campaign; it was an operation. But okay. Well, to be fair, like as much as I want to dunk on Russia, to be fair, that it does that number not describe the entire like list of losses from the entire war, as opposed to capturing that one tank? Like you're basically equating like the losses of an entire war to the losses versus gains of an entire battle. Like this man is not military minded even in the slightest. Right? It's like, maybe I need to make this sacrifice so that, like, fucking chess makes you more military minded than this guy. Sometimes maybe you need to make a sacrifice in order to gain something. Like, that is literally the logistics of war. Wait, the dog-brained thread about Starship Troopers, I'll just share my favorite detail about the movie, which is that clear and subtle but unmistakable way that humanity is badly losing the bug. How? By conscripting children. Well, the Federation doesn't conscript. That goes against everything that was said at the beginning of the movie. And if they change that, then maybe, you know, say that. And you might think, well, like 200,000 people died at Clandathu. Yeah, the same number of people died at the Somme. Yeah, like like the American Civil War killed 3 times that many people. That was one country fighting itself when it was half the size that it is today. Yeah. Genius movie that I wouldn't call it genius. That confounds wait, what? Confounds babies on both sides because it uncannily portrays the kind of movie fascist society would make about itself. No, a fascist society wouldn't allow it to lose. Like, there's no losing with fascism. That's why all like the Chinese and the well, to be fair, the Soviets weren't really fascist. But you know, like in all of like the German media, there is no loss. Like they would say, yeah, we're taking ground in Russia, and then you could hear like the bombs landing just like a few miles away from you. Like there are interviews with like people that were children at that time that remember hearing that. Like they would be listening to radios talking about how they're making gains, in Russia. What? Yeah, yeah, in 1945, we're making gains in the Eastern Front, and they could hear bombs going off in the distance. It's like that doesn't sound like we're making gains. It sounds like we're making losses. So like fascist society is so addicted to military victory that it is incapable of even showing loss in its media. Like this is not a movie that would be made by fascists. Like something similar might be made, but not this movie. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why All Quiet on the Western Front got so heavily censored. Was because it oh yeah, the original movie and novel, like that shit was banned in Nazi Germany because it showed war for what it really is. Miserable. Yeah, yeah. They arrested the entire family because this dude wrote an accurate book that was loosely based on his experience in the previous war. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Hitler knew the truth. He knew the truth about war, and he did not fucking care because he was a monster. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them joined up and fought in World War II anyway, but like for a myriad of reasons. Some of them were party members and were obliged to do it. Some of them like genuinely felt that Germany was on the up and up, and some of them just genuinely liked war. Uh, but like the number of reasons why someone that realizes why war is bad, fights in another war are just as plentiful as there are people who do that. So, yeah, that's exactly. Oh, yeah. Wait, when? English intervention when, exactly? Oh, do you mean in World War Two? World War One? Oh, yeah, maybe. Uh, the French like like at least in our historiography, the French are kind of overlooked, but they like holy shit, they took the brunt of the casualties on the Western Front. But like to be fair, they probably would have lost if not for England. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, weren't there like journal entries about some of the guys that were excited to join because their grandfathers marched in Paris? Yeah, and then like half of those guys died. So things might be a little bit different now. The cannons might have gotten a bit bigger. Anyway, oh no, East, we will miss you like very sincerely. We'll try. We will inform you what this has to do with Warhammer when we get there. Spoilers. The answer is it doesn't. Good night, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have our first casualty. This man is so retarded that he killed East. It wasn't the flu that it wasn't the flu that killed him. 'Twas retard that killed the East. Token black guy. That's not SS. That's not a literal SS uniform, at least. Um, yeah, it's inspired by SS, but here's the thing. This is like the little symbols on his what are they called? Lapels, the collar. Sorry, the little symbols on his collar. Those more closely represent Wehrmacht than SS. Yeah, I know, but like, mhm. Yeah, which just it reinforces the point that I said earlier about how people think fascism is about aesthetics, and the one that Rogar made about how, or was it T-Pain? Sorry, that said that Nazi has lost, or literally, as well as other words like racist and Nazi have lost all meaning because he said literal SS uniform. That is not a literal SS uniform. It looks like one. Yeah, yeah, it is, but like that doesn't make it literally one. Oh yeah, I get what the director was going for, and it's like yeah, it's supposed to be an SS uniform because like aren't they supposed to be like the secret police of Super Earth or whatever? But to throw the word literally in there, it's like okay, buddy, like I get what you're trying to say, but not the best choice of words. I mean, kind of deserved it, so I don't feel bad. Oh wait, oh no, okay, more tweets. Let's see. Uh, First, let's tackle a writing pitfall that irks leftists to this day. If you make your characters naturally handsome, fit, and well groomed, then it becomes increasingly difficult to properly mock them. Beauty, beauty is it's is self-evident, and the characters in Starship Troopers are good-looking. This is. Mhm. Mm. Yeah. Although that does actually this was brought up in the Arch video. Um, does that because like one of the people that was watching Arch's stream when it was live when he was responding to this video asked if this explains why so many leftist characters are so ugly. Well, here's the thing: you could be relatable without making people like deliberately ugly, like in the weird Veilguard thing. Like with something like Horizon Zero Dawn. I think people are absolutely overreacting to something like that. Like that was some of the cringiest gooner shit I've ever seen. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Aloy looked better in the first game. I agree, but to say that it's like they've gone woke and they made her fat and ugly. It's like, what? No, she just looks like a regular, normal human. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the Witcher 4 trailer. I mean, there's some very unflattering shots, but like, yeah, I think she still looks good. She looks like a normal woman. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I call them tweetards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or at least like what it's trying to, you know? Even if it's not doing a good job, like it's still trying. No, like yeah, yeah, I think I agree with you there. Like there's a lot of really stupid, superficial people uh, on both sides of the argument. Nobody actually understands this movie, and even among the understanders, shall we say, a lot of them are strange, to say the least. Yeah, like this guy is describing as many people as the guy that made this video is. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, the people that you're describing are real, they're out there, but like, are they the norm? And the answer is no. Anyway, Oh, it gets worse. I'm gonna bring it back just for a sec because holy shit, it gets worse. Okay, okay. So, I, yeah, because they're literally alien bugs. Well, yeah, and the thing is, like, you can tell what political bias he has because instead of saying this is how racists feel about other races, he said white. He specifically singled out white supremacists because black supremacists do the same shit. Indian supremacists do the same shit. Every single racial supremacist does this exact same shit, but he singled out white supremacists. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's in the South African cultural zeitgeist, but that's another can of worms that I don't want to fucking touch because it's South Africa. Hmm. Hmm. Probably. Um, sure. But the thing is, like, uh, this evidence, as well as all of the other like evidence that's been laid out, with like, his like bizarre fear of fascism. Like, there's nothing wrong with disliking or, even being afraid in like certain instances of like fascism taking over. But like the obsession and angle with it, like this right here, like you already had all the pieces there, but this is him playing his hand and saying, yeah, by the way, I'm a leftist. And like that's and like I don't have an issue with anyone like being honest and saying yeah I'm an avowed leftist and all that stuff, and it's like okay cool, then you and I just have different political beliefs. But like it's at this point that you realize, oh, he's filtering everything in the video from that lens. Like he is like obsessively leftist. He is a tweetard. He's one of the tweetards. Yeah. Like yeah. Oh, it gets worse, by the way. Oh no! Right before we even get to the damn Warhammer. Shit. I am sorry. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us for a while. Yeah, hey, when I post this on YouTube, I will send the link your way, and you can make a lengthy comment thread about everything this guy gets wrong about Warhammer lore, and I will pin it. I will pin that shit. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for coming on, man. It was good to see you. Hmm. Anyway, those are not insects. Those are arachnids. What's with the fucking Muslim prayer going on in the background? What? Yes, many people did fail the test of Starship Troopers. Anyway. Well, the bugs are literal revolting freaks that murder people. Like, there's a difference between depicting an actual human group as bugs to dehumanize them and depicting literal murder bot aliens as. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think it wouldn't still map on very well to the whole, like, portraying like different ethnic groups as bugs because like they're actual bugs, but you know still it would there would at least be the idea of like like, oh well, racism and all that, like that idea would still at least be there, instead of just being non-existent. Sometimes. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of agree. Yeah. Yeah, we're 9 minutes into the Warhammer video. That's 22 minutes long, and we haven't gotten to the Warhammering. Mm-hmm. Well, he did lead with the Warhammer stuff, but then he said, fuck that. Here's an ad. Let's talk about Starship Troopers." Like, uh. Yeah, even though, as we've been over, fascism in a setting like that is actually justified because everything else is actually trying to kill you. Like, that doesn't make it good, that just makes it, like, the least bad option. The fucking irony of someone getting tricked by aesthetics into thinking that Starship Troopers is fascist and saying that everyone else fell for aesthetics is so fucking funny. Delete me. Sure, but these guys are like above average, so you know. Yeah. Well, yeah, but like, why go on? Why make like half the fucking video about Starship Troopers? Uh, yeah, yeah. Had he just like hyper focused on that, and and mm-hmm. Just being a normie instead of a nerd. Yeah. Are they what people? Define good people. Oh, the custodians, not the space marines. In the sense that they are fighting so that humanity can survive, yes. Are they heroes that will save people from a battlefield? Not typically. The Ultramarines. And the Ultramarines to some extent. Yeah, they're not the town guard paladin. They're the front line of battle paladins. Yeah, they go out of their way to save people, and that has given them the highest casualty rate out of all of the Space Marine chapters. Okay, so I know that this slip is like from it's Games Workshop describing the Emperor, but the thing is, uh, the gods didn't grant the Emperor his powers. Like, isn't it like unclear as to where he got his powers from, or even how old he is? Yeah, see, this is where it would have been nice to have Cap, but yeah, but was it the will of the gods, so to speak?
But for all their